Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the telecast of the 8th grade middle school state championships held at the Munciana facility in Yorktown, Indiana. Mike Lingenfelter here along with Randy Gardner to bring you the action. Randy, any thoughts on this game today? You've seen both of these teams play throughout. Give me some insight.
Yeah, I watched Westfield earlier play Newcastle, and they were in a 3-game battle in the quarterfinals. They were down 14-4. They found a way to come back and win 16-14. Crazy energy. They just found a way to keep the ball going. Number 11, Delaney Bell, just took off. She was killing the ball left and right. And has a really good little setter in Kinsey Happy. She did a really good job setting and controlling the ball. In middle school, you just got to keep the ball alive.
So McAfee and Bell are your money for Westfield coming into this match. What about Yorktown? Give me some insight on the hometown Tigers.
Yorktown Tigers, really it come down to probably number 3, Anna Rosenthal, and number 9, Kyler Murr. Both great ball control kids, keep the ball up, and that's the key. You know, we talked about both have a great serve, do a lot of little things for the Yorktown Tigers.
Watching both these teams coming into it, what do you think are going to be the keys?
Who can serve, who can pass. Same thing we always talk about, those first ball contacts. If they can serve the ball and really get the other Westfield team out of system, or if Westfield can come out and do what they did in Newcastle, I think they can control the game.
Well, coming into it, you look at it, Yorktown is always a serve-pass team at the high school level and middle school level. Westfield is always a big physical net team at the high school level as well. Historically, Yorktown's had their way with Westfield on the high school level. It'll be interesting to see what comes out of this battle.
Yeah.
We're about ready to bring this baby around, ready to go.
Here we go.
Looks as if Yorktown Middle School will be serving first. Looks like back to serve, looks like number 6, Ellie Miller. Miller comes from a pretty athletic family. Her father's the basketball coach at Yorktown, maybe one of the finest athletes ever produced in Delaware County.
Tremendous. He's a legend in that area.
He is a legend. His daughter's a pretty solid player.
And here we go. It's about to get underway here.
And an ace serve right off the bat. You made reference to serve pass. And Ellie Miller takes him right to the wagon. 1-0,
yeah.
Yorktown.
Looks like she's following her father's footsteps right there. Starting them off with a bang.
Solid little pass. Hitting here a little jittery, this Westfield group right off the bat. And like you said, this Westfield group's going to have to put the ball on the net to be able to utilize that massive height difference they've got.
Oh yeah, and going to number 11 right out of the gate. Delaney Bell.
Yet another ace, and the Libero takes it on. Reagan Standifer takes a little heat from Miller, and Miller's now racked up 2 aces and 3 total points right off the bat. Another tough serve. They still have yet to be in front of the 10-foot line, and a hitting error. One of the things that happens, you know, when you're passing, the one way to negate size is to make them take off behind the 10-foot line on a regular basis, and right now there is no size difference in this game.
And now we got a little rally here.
First rally of the game,
and
a big swing right there. And Tegan Searing right off the bat making her presence felt, and I guess the Westfield folks have seen a little bit much already. 5-0 right off the bat.
Tegan, she's the biggest athlete on Yorktown, really got up and put a good rip on that ball.
Well, like I said, for an 8th grade volleyball team right now, you're looking at this Yorktown team, very composed, but ball control oriented, and this is kind of what we talked about historically. Yorktown middle school, high school, all about the ball control, all about first ball contacts.
Yep. And it's just kind of what Bloom and that tradition has done year in and year out. Everybody can pass and serve it well.
So far, we've only seen one of them serve it well, and she's not only serving well, she's.
I'm going to go on a limb and say the rest can.
Yes, and she's pretty good. That's a pretty big limb you're on there. And a service error as Randy Gardner continues his jinx of Yorktown Athletics. Miller, service error, and the timeout worked. And so the Westfield battlers are back on the line. And Hannah Laurel with a pretty tough little jump serve. Nice high contact by Murr, a little battler.
She's passed the first ball and swung the third ball.
Yeah.
That's what we talked about. She's going to be one of their studs for the evening.
You know, she's going to be an impact high school player for the next 4 years. You hit it on the nose, but she's a little battler. Tough serve. And once again, Yorktown in a position to attack. Still no attack options for West Side. They haven't had an opportunity to even get a swing off, really.
Yeah. A little net play there, finally.
Well, Belle's a bit of a force up there.
She is.
Big, strong kid. She's wreaking havoc right now. Great block.
A big block.
That is as good a block as you're going to see in middle school volleyball. And there's your two money players, Randy. McAfee and Bell tag team, but that is a big middle school block there. That's as big a block as you'll see at the Ball State game tonight.
No doubt about that. Bell back to serve now.
That's a nice cut on the ball by Kaylin Mellum. Good little swing, high cross court, money ball.
Yeah.
Your girl Murr back to serve. We talked about
Rosenthal.
Rosenthal back to serve, another feisty competitor. Nice deep serve, causes trouble. Another free ball. Nice swing and a great dig by the biggest player in the court. When your big guys are making plays like that, you got to be excited, but not enough for Westfield. Another
Westfield
point.
Struggling, hurting themselves with a lot of errors right now early in this match.
8-2 Yorktown. And trying to build a little bit of momentum in this game one, and a service error by Rosenthal. 2 of the 3 points scored for Westfield, been on service errors. Back to serve, Kinsey McAfee. Long, lean, good-looking athlete. Kid looks like he has a great future in volleyball. Nice dig on a great swing by Searing, and an attacking error.
Well, Murr, same thing we just talked about, controlling that first ball right off the serve. Got him back in system. They got a good swing off of it and rallied in Westfield mid in their air.
Nice little short serve trying to disrupt Westfield. An attack on the ball. And that ball is hit out of bounds. Nice deep serve right there. Abby Bursfield put it. Bursfield trying to get him going with that serve. That's a great serve. McAfee in the back row. Another heavy swing by Mellum. Once again, a free ball by Westfield. Westfield's got to start attacking them. Nice tip, played up well by Westfield.
Got a little dink over the net.
Walking the dog right there, getting it over the type. And another bang. Great shot out of the back row, and Yorktown once again controlling the ball and controlling this game.
Yeah, just keeping the ball alive, waiting for the errors to be made.
Mellum, who's been raising a lot of cane in the front row, back to serve. See if she's ripping that ball back there. Nice serve, back row attack, solid back row attack.
Now they got to use it.
Forces the free ball. Maybe Westfield will be able to set up an attack here. Good swing.
There you go.
That's the first real physical swing Westfield's had, but played very well defensively by the scrappy Yorktown group. And that ball a little bit outside, and a hitting error for Westfield. Hitting errors seeming to plague this team right now.
Right now, but overall wise, finally getting a couple good swings out of it. Just that one was a little long on them.
Well, you got to hope for, if you're a Westfield fan, they're getting in the groove here. Once again, another tremendous ball. First ball contacts have been the difference in this game. Westfield has really only had about 2 balls they've handled so far in the first ball contact that they put into the setter's hands. Yorktown's been money.
Yeah.
12-4 Yorktown. Ace serve, speaking of money. Beautiful serve. 12-4 Mellum has really been a surprise player in this game.
Yes. she's done a little bit of everything for him. Passing, serving, swinging.
Very steady in the front row and now dominating the back row as well. Great pass. Westside gets what they want. Good rip on the ball. Rifle up a little early. Hitting error again. 14-4, Yorktown. Tough serve by Mellum. Great pass. And another hitting error. Got to get away from the hitting errors. Reagan Stanifer for Westfield. A great pass on an incredibly tough serve. And it looks like Coach Donathan's making a move here. Bringing in Rachel Hollinger. And this is probably more of a move, Randy, just to slow down things because things are getting out of control in a flat-out hurry here. And Mellum is killing them with the serve.
Oh, yeah.
And another hitting error. And this is one of those games as a coach, you just kind of hope that it gets over with quickly so you can start all over again and hope to push this parade 3.
Hopefully you get something going towards the end of here and kind of get something building for that next set.
A little momentum. 16-4, Yorktown. Mellum continues to serve. Could have called hands there. They let it go. Great play defensively. And a hang and bang by Murr. Taking it down the line. Not a whole lot of middle school guys gutsy enough to rip the line, but Murr is definitely gutsy enough, and looks like Coach Donathan's seen enough, and she burns her second time out. As a coach, Randy, what do you do if you're Donathan in Westfield right now? What are you saying in that huddle?
You know, I would say probably at this point we just got to calm down. We got to control that first contact. You know, we got in this rut earlier like we talked about in that Newcastle game. They got themselves in a hole early and battled back. They built off that energy. I think right now they're just kind of a little down on themselves. So they can get something going mentally, then I think they'll be all right physically out there. Like we talked about, they're probably the more physical team. They just got to get there mentally and take care of that first ball.
I don't think there's probable. They're very physical. But 14-4, I think you're dead on. I think you're probably preaching that score right now and saying we're not out of this. Mellum's got other thoughts, though. She served about 10 straight balls and doesn't look to lighten up there. Great pass. Tremendous defensive effort by Rosenthal. And a free ball back, one of the first free balls Westfield's gotten the whole time. Nice high roll shot, easily played by Rosenthal. Out of system set, free ball back Westfield. McAfee back in the front row with a beautiful set. McAfee kid's got a future. Nice high ball and out of bounds. And for the first time today, for the first time in this match, Westfield extended a rally and allowed Yorktown to make a mistake. What do you think about this McAfee kid?
You know, she just gets up and she's physical at the net. She does some good things like we just talked about that big block early in it. But she handles the ball. She looks like she's going to keep growing too. Just long, very athletic, and lots of upside.
This Westfield team came out of that timeout with a little bit of energy. Yeah, 2 great defensive plays, you know, to stay in this. But just a little bit too much Miller there. You know, you said that she's following her father's footsteps, putting on a pretty good show here in this championship.
Just found the block and just shot that baby off.
Yeah, it was a beautiful swing. Tremendous play right there. Once again, just chopping it and play Murr. A little bit of magic man right there, kind of moving around, doing whatever necessary. But you know, there's nothing you can do to stop a kid like that.
Oh yeah. You know, in the off season she's been a libero, and right now you're just seeing what she can do offensively. She just finds the open little holes and makes a point for the Tigers to keep pushing this lead.
Tough serve, McAfee with another beautiful set. And there's their big hammer. They want the ball in Bell's hands, but
got
once
an
again,
out-of-system ball.
Tremendous defense and a free ball error, and a visibly frustrated Westfield team right now. I do see signs of these guys regrouping, though.
Yeah.
You know, it's 20-5, and you think that is a little bit of a strong statement, but they're rolling. Nice deep serve. And a nice little chop shot there to the corner by Laurel.
Another big rip by Murr.
McAfee kicks it out to Laurel again, and another great dig.
And it's that line shot again.
Down the line. And I tell you what, she is like a little magician out here. She just pulling things out of her hat. And I don't know how you can teach what she does.
No, sometimes it just comes down to growing up. She's been playing forever. She's probably played twice as long as some of these Westfield kids.
Mother was a standout player at Ball State. Father, a standout baseball player at Ball State. So I got to say there's a little bit of genetics there. But I tell you what, she's a gutsy little cat, and she bangs away again. Westfield has an answer on this one.
Another free ball for him.
Running to Miller. Too much Miller. It's Miller time, Randy. And that's
Miller and Murr.
Miller and Murr, the M&M show right now, putting a beating on this Westfield team. That brings it to 22-5. Tough serve and an ace serve. A little bit of a tough ball to handle for Bursfield, and tremendous, tremendous serve. Another tough serve. They're going to close this baby out. 24-5, another ace. This Yorktown team getting some young kids on the bench, off the bench now, and really opening up things. 24-5, Jess Paul doing a masterful job of rotating kids in and out of this lineup, giving everybody a chance to play in a state championship affair. And that'll close out game one with another service ace, 25-5. Your take on game one, Randy?
Oh, this is just like we talked about, passing and serving, and all they've done is they just kept the ball alive and found ways, and Murr and Miller both blew it up, finding great shots, finding ways to score. Westfield will be interesting to see what happens right off the get-go here. If they can come back out, regroup, breathe a little bit, and maybe get something going a little offensively, but more importantly, they got to pass the ball.
I tell you what, if they don't pass the ball, their next big decision is where they're going to eat on the way home, because they're going to have to handle the ball or they're going to get out of here in a hurry. 25-5 in the first one, and at some points it wasn't that close.
No.
You got to find a way to get McAfee and Bell involved in this thing a little bit more, and if they don't pass it, those guys are going to continue to be non-existent.
Yeah, and it was almost interesting watching Westfield as that game went on, just kind of going through the motions. That energy they had earlier, I watched them. I know it's kind of hard when you're in a hole, but I think they got to fight it a little bit and bring some energy and maybe get back into this.
Well, we'll be back with you guys in a minute. We're going to take a break between here, and we'll catch you in a sec. Welcome back to Yorktown, Indiana, and the Munciana facility. Mike Lingenfelter, Randy Gardner, 8th grade middle school state championships. Game 2, Yorktown dominating game 1, 25-5. We're going to start this one off with Catherine Rifle bombing away. Yorktown right on the dot and picking up right where they left off, Coach. Murr bombing away.
And just what she did the last set. A little setter side shot, taking everything that way and just scoring left and right. And it's just like a reenactment of that first set.
Well, Miller back to serve for Yorktown. Got him started the last time. Got him out of the hole quick, and let's see if she's got a little more magic in her here. Deep serve and out of bounds, and now I continue the Yorktown jinx.
And a good sign for Westfield right there. Hopefully they get something going here. Maybe Yorktown can come off that high a little bit from their service.
Hannah Laurel back to do the service duties. Nice little jump floater, handled easily by Murr. Tough set, and now
there she is.
A little bit of size. You got to like genetics. Delaney Bell,
She's
big in the middle.
Did some work on that ball. Good ball by Murr to start off. Just a little tight at that point.
You know, you got to give Bell a chance to be genetic up here. Tallest kid on the floor, and if she gets on track, this thing could get fun. Tough serve, pushes them out a little bit. And a tough set, great save.
And
a hammer. My girl Tegan Searing with the hammer, bringing the heat, going toe to toe with Bell. Something tells me these guys are going to have a little bit of fun over the next 4 years. Searing and Bell will see each other to open the season.
Always
I
a
think
little
that
battle.
Westfield and Yorktown open every year.
Handled in the last couple of years, but it's been a good battle.
Coach Pagner is going to be seeing a little bit of that too. Murtis blistered that serve. A big play at the net, joust. And this win is going to go to Searing, wins the battle of the bigs. That's not good news for Coach Donovan because Murr gets to go back and bring a little heat.
Yeah, and just like you talk about the high school next year, they're going to have both Murrs on that varsity team, her and her sister Kendall.
You can never have too many Murrs. That's a beautiful serve again. Tough pass, though. Nice high outside swing, Murr with the dig. Nice swing by Searing. And a great play by McAfee, but Yorktown prevails. McAfee and a quick ball in the middle, and Bell bangs it. Miller sitting all over that baby food. And Mellum banging the line. And Yorktown continues to attack the tough shots.
Oh, yeah. And just like you talked about, Murr and Rosenthal just finding a way to keep that ball off the floor.
Another tough serve.
And another point.
In the Westfield group, how demoralizing is it when a kid like Bell gets up and just brings the heat, only to see Miller yawning down the line digging that stuff up?
Well, you know, it just not only is it frustrating, but it gets to you. I mean, you just get to the point where nothing is hitting the floor for the Westfield team right now, and Murr is just making it look easy. Like it's a routine.
It is ridiculous, and Murr, you made reference to continuing to serve.
Rosenthal with a little bang at the net.
Another free ball. Yorktown is eating them alive on free ball transition.
Nice little cover.
Out of system play, Mellum. A little bit of infraction there. What was that call, Rando?
I think it's called the middle for being underneath after she covered that ball. I think she stepped under the net.
And no argument, so it must have been a pretty good call by Sean Thayer. Great pass. Nice little set by Rosenthal. Mellum hanging and banging. Scramble play. McAfee handled pretty easily there. Searing. Nice dig. A nice effort there. That's a quality swing by Bursfield. Tough little athlete.
Especially at a middle school level. That little line shot, if she could develop that, that'll be a great shot for her down the road.
That is a great swing. Rosenthal back to bring a little damage. Tough little serve, handled pretty easy. And first time we've seen that tonight. McAfee throwing on two. Kid has worlds of potential. And a nice little swing. Els. Haven't had a chance to say a whole lot about Michaela Els, but that was a great swing. And
finally down the floor.
McAfee going back at down 4-6, bombing away at that jumpy.
It's Murr
handled
again.
Easy. Murr is absolute gold passing the ball.
That's a great, hard cross-court swing.
Yeah, that's you know, we're calling this the middle school state championships, but this play is better than a lot of high school ball in the state of Indiana. These teams are absolutely getting at it.
And some of these kids are going to make a huge impact next year, next fall when it comes in.
A tough little serve. Tough serve, and once again, Yorktown going back to bomb away. And Carly Matthews putting on a little bit of a show here. Nice nice idea. Short serve just a bit short, but that's a gutsy call and a nice idea. I think Jess Paul orchestrating the service strategy right now and looks like a wizard. Yorktown up 7-5, Westfield serving. Abby Bursfield had a great match so far. Let's see what she's got. The service error and back to Yorktown. girl Kaylin Mellum is who ran off about 10 points on him the last game. She comes up to the line with a 9-5 Yorktown lead.
Murr back in the front row.
And she picks up right where she left off, Mellum with an ace. And they double up on them at 10-5. If you're Doniphan, you got to be a little scared right now. You got to be thinking about timeout because you don't want this Yorktown team to get away.
Another point or two, and you got to call it. You got to slow this momentum down. Yorktown's riding high right now.
Tough serve, great pass.
Yes, good ball.
And a nice little play there. Bell opened that up. Like I said, it's a nice thing, and Stacy Pinard's got to be really excited about this Bell kid coming in.
And this is the rotation they really got to take off on with Murr and Rosenthal, two pretty good ball control guys in the front row. They just got to find some corners and find some ways to score some points.
And Staniford drains one into the net. 11-6 Yorktown. Gabby Barnard back to serve. And a little lettuce on that. Brought the whole Gardner. Let's serve ace.
And she had a great run that first set. She probably had about 6 or 7 balls and caused that second timeout.
Well, she just caused the first time out of this one. Bernard is causing all kinds of trouble for Westfield. Right now, if you're Yorktown, we talked about Westfield being in a hole. If you're Yorktown right now, complacency is always scary from a coaching standpoint. What are you saying if you're Coach Paul?
If I'm in that situation, I'm telling them, we got to make sure we stay focused on what we're doing. We've done a really good job of controlling the ball. Service pressure's been very good. We're making good shots. And Westfield's hurting themselves. We don't want to hurt ourselves and make this a ball game. We really want to keep pushing. Hopefully we can finish this out and take home that first state championship.
This is the inaugural middle school volleyball state championships. First time in history in the state of Indiana. Yorktown right on the verge of creating history. We've still got a 7th grade title that's to be played later today, but this group will forever be known if they can pull this off as the first to do it. Barnard making that look like it's going to be possible with another tough serve. Free ball opportunity.
And
Murr, another kill, goes up and tools the block. Bangs it off the pin.
We just talked about how great of an athlete Delaney Bell is. She's putting those big hands up, and Murr's just using her. Just going up and finding it and doing a good job moving the ball around.
Well, you can't measure heart. We can look and tell you that some of these kids are pretty tall. The Murr kid has the biggest heart in the gym. Nice swing and dig. Barnard comes up the swing, and here's Murr again, just chopping. McAfee to Bell. That's going to be a combination Westfield fans are going to hear about for years. And a great rundown. A great rundown by Matthews. Bang it again, Barnard. Matthews there everywhere. The kid's everywhere.
Rosenthal takes it over.
Free ball, and here comes another McAfee set and a big bang and another great play by Murr. Easily the best rally of this game. Bell off of one, dug again by Matthews. Tough free ball played up, and here's Bell again, and once again Murr. What else do you got? Murr banging away, and that will end the rally. A beautiful swing by Murr. And great competitive nature.
3 digs and the kill at the end of it.
And some good digs. Bell wasn't being cheated at the net. 13-6 Yorktown.
Hometown heroes leading the way.
And Barnard continues to rip away on this Westfield passing. Chop. And Miller clamps it at the net. That score rising to 14-6. Yorktown team still looking pretty hungry, Coach. That's neat to see. And Barnard shows it there with a laser beam serve. Barnard with the play. High outside to Murr. And the first hitting error of the game for Murr. And I tell you what, knowing that kid, she's going to be ticked about that. She can win a state championship, but she won't forget that she had one mistake.
She's putting numbers up like Jimmer Fredette in a tournament a few years ago, just putting every ball in.
Well, they go right back to her, and she bombs away.
And back to it. Here comes a new streak.
You got like the short-term memory. You got like Rosenthal going right back to her stud.
Those guys have been playing with each other since they were 12 years old.
Yeah, I think those kids popped out of the womb on the same team. Those two are a great combination. Great combination. And right now they're leading Yorktown to a 15-7 lead.
Miller back to serve.
Miller, beautiful serve. Out of system swing by Bell, and that's a great swing, just inches out. 16-7 Yorktown. Miller continuing to serve away.
9 points away. The big first state championship.
Tough serve, great pass. Going again to Bell. Bell gets one through there, sneaks it by Searing, who's been a very much the equal tonight. Sneaks it through for the kill, 16-8.
What's amazing is how many balls Yorktown just touched. Even that ball, they didn't score the point, but they got a good touch on it, still trying to make plays.
Well, Coach Jess Ball has done a tremendous job teaching these kids really what we talked about, first ball contact, great defense, great pass, great serve, again. And Searing racking up another one. She should, I think it's cha-ching, not Searing, because I tell you what, she is banking right now. 17-8, Yorktown rolling right now. And back to serve, Murr. And a bullet in the top of the net going for all of it. 17-9, and Bell will go back for Westfield. Nice serve. Tough little pass. Nice outside swing. Mellum is an unsung hero. I think I'm part of the Kaylin Mellum fan club. I really like her. All she does is do. She's just getting it done.
It's the M's you talked about. Murr, Miller, and Mellum.
Well,
all doing a good job.
If timeout started with an M, we could use that as segue because Westfield just burned their last one, brother. 18-9. You're looking at two things right now. You're trying to decide whether you're doing Burger King or try to come out of this thing. What are you taking, Burger King or comeback?
Me, I'm going comeback. I'm going to fight until that last point because just like we talked about earlier in the day, 14-4 down. They had no heartbeat. We thought they were done. I was the down official in that game, and slowly they found their groove. And you never know. Miracles could happen. They could come back out of this hole.
You never know. Tough serve by Rosenthal coming out of the timeout. McAfee, a great bump set.
Swing Murr chasing it down as usual.
A tremendous bomb right there. That's a great swing by Bursfield and a good free ball. Coming back to Bursfield outside. I like this Bursfield kid, but you got to love that play. Rosenthal laying it out. Big time free ball. McAfee throwing on two. And once again, Miller setting on it. Big bang, and it finally stopped Mellum for the first time tonight. And it was your girl, Kenzie McAfee, throwing up some big hands there.
She's probably one of the better jumpers in the gym. She just reaches over, gets a good touch. It'll be interesting to see how much better she gets in the next few years.
I think what's going to be interesting, Randy, is to see how many of these young ladies that you're watching as you watch Searing rack up another kill, how many of these young ladies playing in this game will be impact players, starters possibly, at the next level for two of the state's best teams, Yorktown and Westfield.
Oh, at least a couple. You know, like you talked about with Murr and those guys, no doubt could they step in next year and make an impact. And you talk about Delaney Bell. You can't teach high if they can find a way to get her on the court, and she'll make an impact.
Well, you saw right there Bursfield. I'm not so sure Bell, McAfee, Bursfield all have a shot at starting for Pinard squad. And Bloom, all she does is bring up great young talent, and she's got some great talent on this court right now. Mellum up with a good swing. Miller, how about that? Crafty.
Just looks like something maybe her dad would do. Throw it off the back of somebody, catch the ball in the inbounds and score it. Same thing there. Just found a way to throw it in the corner and score.
That's an athlete being an athlete. Great kill by Miller. Back to serve Mellum with a 20-11 lead, and an ace will make it 21-11 Yorktown Middle School. Checking into the game for the Yorktown Tigers, Caitlin Grimm.
And I don't want to say it, but I'm smelling a little bit of Burger King right now.
Yeah, this is Burger King time, and after Grimm comes off the bench, it's
Matthews has been the quiet kid. We've talked about Murr defending ball after ball, but you know they did some great things.
Grimm back to serve again. Paulus unloads another one, brings Grimm in. All she does is ace.
She had one early in that first set.
Another tough serve, great pass. High outside and a big swing. Great defense by Murr. Murr high, trying that line again. Hitting attack area, I should say, into the top part of the net. 22-12, Yorktown.
And you can tell she's a little frustrated from that second attacking here. But here's where we're at. Last game of the day, last set of the game, last 5 points. Probably a little winded after the long day.
Well, if she's winded, she's going to swing again. Nice little chop on the ball. Miller going up and getting a swing. Misplayed at the net by Bell. 23-12. Yorktown Middle School nearing history here, looking to become the first ever middle school state champion. And checking into the game, Jade Jamison for the Tigers steps back in and comes in for Searing, who deserves a little bit of a rest. Gates with the tremendous serve. Big bang, and Bell, a little too much Bell, blows him off the net. Takes Miller off the net, a big kill. Maybe too little, too late, but yeah. Bell has had a tremendous tournament and a huge future ahead of her. Tough serve. Murr banging, and Bell racking up another one.
Side by side, her and her girl, Kenzie and Kathy. Those
McAfee and Bell.
Shining moments for those guys.
McAfee and Bell, that's a high school block.
Yeah. Nice little
tough
ball.
Serve, nice little pass.
Murr chopping.
Free ball. Going to be returned by Bell, and Miller swats it back, plays over. Here comes Murr, a little tip, and she's going to score there. Tremendous heady ball. And now we sit on the cusp of a title, 24-14. Miller back to serve and looking to win a title. Service error. Miller will not be the man to end this game. Unselfish player. She didn't want all the glory on herself. 24-15.
And Murr sitting in the middle of serve reception here.
Murr, and here it is. Tough serve. Nice, tough little
bad
pass. Rosenthal to Murr. Murr to the deep part of the court and out of bounds. And Westfield lives another day. 24-16, Yorktown. Laurel continues to serve. Tough jump floater. Pulls him off the net.
Rosenthal to Murr.
Murr and another roll shot, creating a free ball. Bell to the back row. Free ball back. Could this be the point? Defended very well by Westfield. High outside, handled. Bursfield can't put it away. Murr will get another chance. Defend it once again. Bursfield to the middle. And a never say die Westfield squad. 24-17. They will not go down without a fight. Laurel continuing to serve.
Do you believe in miracles?
It may not be Burger King time just yet. Tough serve, Murr handles. Murr gets another set. Bangs away, handled.
Swings again.
Swing at the net, and Murr fiddly on the overpass will end it. You have yourself a state champion. Yorktown Tigers take home the first ever Indiana Middle School State Championship.
Right here in their hometown heroes.
Wrap it up, Rando.
Absolutely perfect.
You see the trophies and awards ceremonies coming. Randy, any last thoughts?
You know, you got to take your hats off to the Yorktown team. They just controlled that first contact, really served well, did what Yorktown does every year in and year out for the high school team and the middle school. What a great program, and congrats to those guys.
Well, that'll do it for this coverage. Thanks again for tuning in to the 2014 Indiana Middle School Volleyball Championships. Your Yorktown Tigers, 8th grade state champions.
I would like to give you awards for the state championship. We will start with the runner-ups from Westfield Middle School, the 8th grade runner-ups. First for Westfield, Crazy McAfee, number 2. Tatum Patel. Olay Metro. Rachel Hollander. Riley Finelli. Delaney Bell. Abby Bursfield. senior leader, Skylar Augustine. Hannah Long, Kelly second. McCall Ellis. Catherine Michael, Raven Senator, and the coach of your state runner-up, Westfield 8th grade squad, Coach Jackie Donovan. Now, the world state champion, Yorktown Tigers. Gardner, Taylor Miller, Anna Rosenthal, Taylor Gates, Kyle Matthews, Ella Miller, Caitlin Grant, Karen Jameson, Kyle Miller, Morgan Freeland, and your Tigers are coached by Coach Tim Paul. And accepting this first ever, the historical first ever state championship award will be the Yorktown Tigers. Congratulations, Tigers, on the historical first ever state championship for middle school volleyball.
Can you do me a favor? Can you hold this real quick? Just hold it so I don't move on me. Thank you.